Well, Donald Trump has finally broken his personal silence following the bombshell release of leaked emails between Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, which implicate Trump, if not in Epstein's crimes, then certainly in knowledge of Epstein's crimes. And Trump is pissed and actually threatening Republicans as a result. But before we unpack all that, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and alert bells before you go. All right, folks, Donald Trump is panicking, not just through intermediaries, but personally by going public. Trump seethes over latest wild turn in Jeffrey Epstein hoax. Donald Trump responded directly to the latest wild turn in what he calls the Jeffrey Epstein hoax for the first time on Wednesday afternoon. Let's take a look. The Democrats are trying to bring up the Jeffrey Epstein hoax again because they'll do anything at all to deflect on how badly they've done on the shutdown and so many other subjects. Only a very bad or stupid Republican would fall into that trap. The Democrats cost our country $1.5 trillion with their recent antics of viciously closing our country, while at the same time putting many at risk, and they should pay a fair price. There should be no deflections to Epstein or anything else, and any Republican involved should be focused only on opening our country and fixing the massive damage caused by the Democrats. Now, the reason Trump is referencing his own party is, as we've discussed, there has been a discharge petition, which is a legislative effort that would allow members of Congress, specifically the House of Representatives, to bypass the leader, in this case, Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House. He's Trump's puppet in the House of Representatives, and he was blocking again and again and again multiple attempts by Democrats and some Republicans to force the release of the Epstein files for months. A discharge petition says, hey, listen, if we get enough signatures, we can bypass you and force a vote on it. Now, it was 4 Republicans, Thomas Massie, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Nancy Mace, alongside every other Democrat that is voting for this discharge petition. They have 217 out of the 218 signatures. All they need is one more. Well, the one more is about to be procured. A Democratic congresswoman was elected 50 days ago, and Mike Johnson has delayed swearing her in, keeping her out of office to deny that crucial 218th vote. She's going to be sworn in tomorrow. Donald Trump is terrified that those 4 Republicans will join with the Democratic caucus. They'll get their 218 signatures tomorrow and force a vote on the Epstein files. So he has been working around the clock to pressure Republicans, specifically Lauren Boebert, we'll get to her in a second, to withdraw. This is him doing that publicly. This is him saying, hey, Republicans, do not release the Epstein files. I know this bombshell report, these emails that were leaked, showing Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell implicating me privately, that what Ghislaine Maxwell said totally contradicted the favorable testimony she gave me to Attorney General Todd Blanche, in exchange for which Trump arranged for her to be moved from a high-profile, high-security prison to a cushier, low-security prison for which she's otherwise not eligible to be in, and she's going to request a pardon or commutation. So all of that sure looks like desperation and deceit to try to help Donald Trump manage a political problem, and he's threatening his Republicans. Be bad or stupid, Republican would fall into that trap. No deflections to Epstein. He's saying, do not vote for the Epstein discharge petition. He's panicking. And that's especially true when you consider the additional support or the reporting surrounding this. Just in, Trump called Lauren Boebert amid pressure for her to drop support for Epstein files, reports the New York Times. The New York Times reported on Wednesday that Donald Trump called Representative Lauren Boebert on Tuesday morning as part of the campaign, urging her to drop her support for the release of the Epstein files. Quote, Trump connected with Boebert by phone early Tuesday morning, according to 2 people familiar with the call, a day before Mike Johnson was set to finally swear a Democrat, Representative Alita Grijalva of Arizona, who was expected to provide the 218th signature to force the Epstein vote, reported the Times' Annie Carney and Devlin Barrett. The report added that Trump was also trying to get a hold of Representative Nancy Mace. Trump has also been reaching out by phone to Representative Nancy Mace of South Carolina, another of the Republicans who have signed the petition, according to a person familiar with the calls. The two have not yet connected. Boebert and Mace are 2 of the 4 Republicans who have joined Democrats to move to release the full Epstein files. Thomas Massie and Marjorie Taylor Greene are others bucking the party leadership to join the petition. According to that same New York Times reporter, Boebert and Mace have yet to say that they are removing their names from the Epstein discharge petition. That may happen, but it has not happened, at least at the time of this recording. So as you can see, there's a full 5-alarm fire by Donald Trump about this Epstein bombshell, and a mass campaign by Trump and key administration and Republican officials to try to disarm this particular political bomb. And that also includes, I should say, an emergency meeting as well that we're going to talk about in a separate video. But there you have it, folks. Trump is freaking out. He's threatening Republicans. He's panicking about this Epstein bombshell. And I can't imagine it's going to get any better anytime soon. In the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments.